What's going on, everybody? CaptainRoBear and crew here for Vecna episode 46.
Oh my god. Can we talk about Baddie's frame right now?
Right.
So perfect, the portal.
Just Oblivion portal.
It is so good. It's so good.
It's very good, yes.
Very good, very good.
It's very nice, very nice.
Welcome back, everyone.
I'm sorry, I'm here.
It's been 85 years since we played last. Happy to be back. We got a banger of a session, so we're gonna hop right in announcements. Baddie, kick us off.
Hello, everyone. My only announcements are the most current one on the 19th, I believe it is, or the 17th, or the 18th. I don't know. I think it's Monday. Monday, whatever this coming Monday is, I am revealing some secret Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering cards.
Oh,
I
let's
have
go.
a big grand reveal, and I have a few of them. I got lucky. I have a really cool, maybe Final Fantasy X inspired set of cards that I can't talk about anymore. So be on the lookout for that. We'll be live on stream and doing it on Twitter and all the other places, and then Wizards will allow them. So the 19th is Monday. Perfect. I will be at MagicCon Las Vegas, where I'm going to be in a live show, which you can watch there at Vegas. It's called Spell Table IRL. I'll be at DreamHack Dallas in like a week, and then I'm going to LA for secret things that I can't tell you about, but I'm going to be there and you'll see those soon. Okay, that's it.
Let's go.
That's a lot of good stuff. And yes, it is Monday the 19th because that's also the birthday of Edward Spence. So just want to shout that out.
Oh, it's birthday.
Yeah, big old birthday. But speaking of we are finally in the teaser announcements of our next upcoming show based around Batman. So
What?
that'll start on May 27th. Tuesdays, we're gonna have a lot of guests. And this will be one that is a little bit more long running, just between our other shows. So yeah.
Played him like a heart from hell.
That sounds fun.
And that's it.
Oh,
Heck yeah, it's me. Not much to announce this week. I will also be at Vegas as a creator, and as announced today, also at Atlanta as a creator. Is there anything else? Not really, fam. Anything happening? Just look at my socials. That's me. Bye.
All right. With a lot of energy. I love it. Anyway, I don't have a whole lot going on at the moment. I will, we got a lot of merch that got dropped recently. Some shirts that people seem to really like. I showed some friends from home the Dirty 20 shirt, and they lost it over that. And they're like, we're buying stuff from that right now. But fans particularly of this campaign, there are shirts tied to Theodore, and I'm working on some other ones as well. So just drop that link there in the chat for you. You can go see Orange Wizard needs coffee badly, and wizards make their own luck and all that stuff.
one of them's just orange. You can just buy an orange shirt from Ted.
It's just, you could just buy, you could just buy an orange shirt. I'm fine with that.
Are you gonna do wholesale orange shirts soon?
Yeah, yep.
You honestly
Find
should
me.
just put plain orange shirts on your merch.
Just
Back
find
in
me
your
at
box.
find me at Gen Con. We'll just call it. Well, the name of the shirt will be understated, and it's just an orange T-shirt. That's all it is.
So Ted has always had an awesome orange wardrobe for cons, but it's super funny seeing people find out about Ted now and see the reverse and be like, oh, look, Orange Wizard has his flannel. And it's like,
Yeah, I've
this all
always
came
had
first.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's yeah. I was like I said, I mean, I've got an orange suit for Gen Con. I got a whole thing going, so.
I just bought that shirt so fast.
She works hard for the money, so hard for the money.
Anyway, that's it for me.
Yeah, nothing much on my side. I'm doing more stuff. Check the socials.
I'll give it to Flawless. He did resend me the sheet to check on magical items, but There's still no, hey, let's set up my stream. So in 2026, the last episode of Vecna, you guys will be able to see it on his channel, and I'll include him in the socials. He'll be on his second stream rebrand by then. Yeah, we'll see you guys then.
You know what? Just for that, every day I'm hitting you. It's on now.
You know
Challenge
what?
He says that.
sir.
He says that.
No,
I want you to.
You've activated my pettiness. So now,
Every kiss begins with K. Yeah. So over here we get to play D&D, and that's what's awesome. Normal D&D schedules over here. I'll be at Vegas Magic Con as well. Hanging out on the floor, doing all the cool things, vibing, playing Magic, enjoying life. I will also, well, you know what? We'll save that. We're going to save that announcement. I'm going to pocket that one until it happens because I don't think I can announce that yet. But the good news is we tested the mobile rig while we're at PAX on hotel Wi-Fi, and we accomplished playing Curse of Strahd quite easily. So we're excited. I should be able to play D&D from anywhere, which is badass. So that means we should miss less shows. But remember, if we're all going to the same convention, that still means that show's not going to happen. So, you know, this is more to say a prayer for like Ted's game on Wednesday or Marrowstrand on a Tuesday. Knowing that I could show up early and not have to do like the rat race would be really nice. So we're glad that all works out. That was fantastic. Everybody at PAX East, love you. Vibes were immaculate. We had a blast. I've been sleeping 12 hours every day since I got back, and it's been awesome. Yeah. Good times.
Yeah.
Convention season is in full swing. If you guys are thinking about going to Gen Con, I highly suggest it. I have a ton of time during that convention. So come by and say hi if you're in a tabletop. That's a great one. Indy's a fun town, but if you haven't got a hotel room yet, you're staying out by the airport. So go get that thing on your radar. Yeah. And then I'll be at GCX. I'll be at the pool. I've been at the pool for a decade. So just come by. That one's fantastic. And if you're on the fence about getting the after hours pass, don't. It's literally one of the best parts of GCX now. Riding Kong with me 19 times in a row. You can go. Everybody else is going to go over to the not sober whatsoever. Everyone else is going to be getting on the Velocicoaster. Don't worry. I'm just going to keep going through Kong over and over again. And then when we're at peak optimal influence, we'll get on Jurassic Park, and it will seem more real that way because it's very dated. It's super exciting being under the influence on Jurassic Park these days.
Unless you guys can hit that new park.
Well, we're gonna try to do that, but like we literally have to choose our day like now.
Yeah, fair.
Because I want to see Xanathar too. Like I want to see all the cool stuff that's over on that side, but like it's crazy. All right. Shall we pick up where we left off last session?
Nah.
Yeah.
let's do it, man.
I'm good.
We decided to just skip this chapter.
Yes.
Well, there's only one way to do that, and I don't think anybody wants to pull from that deck of cards. So I don't think that's the only way.
I do.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know. I said it. I knew what it was when I said
Right hand, please.
it.
The stage is set for you all to finally make your way to Barovia. In particular, a direct invitation to dinner with Count Strahd himself. The stakes have been set. You have all come clean. Everything out on the table. Everyone knows that Kaz the Betrayer has been masquerading as Mordenkainen from the beginning of this plot. Now even Illustrial knows of the deception. Kos has one piece of the Rod of Seven Parts on himself. Theodore, making his vow, becoming a true Warden of Maliki, has sealed 2 pieces of the Rod of Seven Parts into his own heart, guarded inside the glaive with a promise. If he is to fall in combat, he will be raised as a tree back inside the keep with those 2 pieces of the Rod of Seven Parts inside of his tree form. Isaiah, with all the lingering memories of what it was like with his original venturing party, the thoughts go back to his reincarnation with Sergei. His thoughts go back to Max, to Callista, and to everyone else who perished inside those mists. Strahd has the 4th piece of the Rod of Seven Parts. Kos gave you the invitations under the circumstances of making another deal, holding his secrets, of which now you have sunshine the truth. You have no idea if Kos knows this information yet or not, but you are making the assumption that there is no stone left unturned, and he has quite possibly heard every single thing with your meeting with Illustrial. With Sigil compromised, you guys are prepared to depart through your own portal system. Now with Elven Keyword back at your keep, the portal is prepped and ready. You guys have done a lot of prep already to get here. Look at your status effects if you've forgotten. I believe Isaiah for sure has what's that? Death Ward. Yes, thank you. I know he has Death Ward on himself.
Yeah.
The portal is open.
I think Isaiah's doing a thing where he's going through, making sure his guns are as pristine as they can be. But you've all seen him do these things in like a minute or two, typically. A little bit longer, but efficient. He's doing the same motions over and over again. He's clearly stalling. Just trying to face the fear. All right.
Hey. We got you. We're in this together.
Yeah. We all good? Might not be easy getting back. So make sure you got everything you need. And if everybody seems like they're okay,
Yeah.
Nobody's okay. That's the thing. Nobody's okay.
No.
But that's fair.
he will take the first step.
Egrik, and I'm gonna hold my hand down and do the usual scoop and.
All right. Stay close. Okay.
I'm gonna pat you on the head, like. I mean.
I'm locked in. And she's gonna grab a head.
And I'm going. I'm following her behind.
Yep.
All right, Snow.
Same.
Let's go.
Is anyone else doing anything on the material plane?
You know what?
Now that you said that, I kind of want to do something.
Like, I think I left my shoe.
A good reminder once again. We had several of them last session. You aren't just going into a typical layer. You are headed into the most stacked deck you have ever walked into. This is Castle Ravenloft at stakes that most people don't even play Curse of Strahd at.
Yeah.
You have not one, but two legendary vampire enemies walking into this table and a castle that's willing to try to kill you as well.
I ate a lot of garlic before we went in. I should be fine.
Okay, a question. This is to everybody because I wanted to do this, but it would take my only 7th level spell slot. So I didn't do it. Would you all like this to be the use for my 7th level spell?
Did we didn't do that ahead of time, did we?
I did not.
We did not.
Or at least I didn't. So no.
We have expendable fortifies.
Yeah.
We can use the two staves as we have done before to give
it's safe
everyone
save,
what's
Yeah,
it, the 60?
120.
No, we can actually do the 120.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that for sure.
Okay, so
should we do
you
that
save
bef-
yours.
Egrik,
Save mine.
you will save yours, but in de facto, you have saved the party and allowing them to remember.
All right. I will blow my 3 uses, and Remy can blow his, and we'll bing, 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 bing. Just juice everybody up.
Ted, if you can just go ahead and drop yours, and then I will apply it to the whole party. This will be applied to Snow as well.
Yeah, I best remember not to apply it to me because I have more temp than Egrik.
You have
right
more.
now.
Yeah, you're sitting at 214.
Wild.
You're
Get outta
you're the.
Everyone behind the
Like
van.
temporary HP.
Would you like to give
Also-
Koss 100? No, I'm sorry.
Can Callista have it?
Well, I don't know. She might be against us. I don't want her to have it.
That's fair.
RoBear, I mean, I don't know. You know, I mean, we've had conversations, but I feel like we're going into a place, and I don't know what summoning is going to look like when we get there.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to cast Find Steed before we leave. That's an option
Ooh.
for me. I mean, it's, you know, we're going into a dinner. We're not like, well, let's go in and be super stealth. Like, we're going to dinner. We know where we're going to be. Feel like, you know, I would like to do that. I would like to cast Find Steed before I Power Word Fortify a million things. So, if that's possible.
I will lay one question bare before you.
Lay it on me.
It will mark you.
Yeah, I know. All right. I know. I mean, I knew it would. It's going.
I just want to remind you that it is would be no different than a paladin walking into this room.
Yeah. All right.
If you are looking to hold any of your cards back, possibly.
Fair.
But
Fair.
This is your choice, because then it's not your action economy. It's there. It's not like you don't have like Snow's walking through that portal as well. Like it's not like you don't have something like that.
Snow's different than a unicorn. I feel like, no offense to Snow, like
no, it's none. But yeah, like you understand what Strahd would think of a unicorn walking into his main room. But that choice is yours. I just want to let you know.
No, that's a thought I had too, was like maybe, keep that under wraps, because who knows. Okay. Second potential question then. I've never made this stone golem that I've been sitting on this manual for like since mid-Eberron or so. Maybe this is the time to bring that in there, because I was thinking about this too, and I was like, I don't know if I want to try to make something out of stone in Barovia, because I feel like that's a dangerous play.
I believe you would be right.
Yeah, somebody, is the land. I don't want to be screwing with that. So, I mean, that's also going to add too much.
It doesn't add too much. It's just I believe you know where that goes.
Yeah, I do.
I want Isaiah's words to ring out one last time to all of you, that he was barely able to escape this place with his life the first time. The mists that surround Barovia and Castle Ravenloft are different. And you're not leaving without his permission.
True. Nah, I'll stick with the power word fortify.
I have a thing I want to do as well.
Oh, go
ahead. We'll say before stepping through the portal, just Davik will take a moment to just kind of look within himself and tap into his third eye and just cast See Invisibility, which is up for an hour through the Rod of Alertness.
And then two things, because I thought I did it, but I don't have it marked on the stream loots folder. I know for a fact I did my blood boon, but it doesn't look like I bit anyone.
You bit Kalthorr. I remember you.
I did. Okay, but it's like I don't have
no.
You information here.
You bit Davik.
Yeah. You bit Davik.
Oh, Davik.
Because we made a joke out of it. Yeah.
This is why I don't have it. It's like deleted. I guess I didn't save it.
Tell you,
I don't remember what it was.
It was
because I'm down whatever. I'm down
21 or something.
I think 20.
I'm down 11.
11.
Yeah.
It would have been more than 11. I know
would protection from good and evil help us here? As just like a walking in?
You have a feeling that going into Castle Ravenloft, that things are going to be suppressed.
Yeah. Okay.
It is the heart of a domain of dread. And in particular, you know that the legend lore, things can change room to room. And everyone knows that this isn't dinner.
Yeah.
Well,
this is negotiation.
The second question I had, though, is it brought up a good point when it comes to Theo. I think in that moment where he's trying to, take that first step, just pondering, we're invited, but let's not show all our cards just yet. Is there any way I can, for lack of a better word, suppress the radiance within, just so he doesn't know I'm walking in with that hope?
Oh, you're assuming you're compromised.
Yeah. He's making the assumption that he knows what we have, but also Strahd might not know everything, so he just knows that I was a dark, broody little shit. But just thinking about suppressing the unicorn and stuff, potentially suppressing the light from Sergei as well, if that's even possible.
Not really a possibility for you at this point.
That's fair. All right, we are in. Gang, gang.
All right.
Remy is gonna take some time for himself and just really put his hands up on his temples where that headband of intellect is. And you're gonna see him focus and meditate, because he knows once he walks through that portal, for Remy, it's probably going to be nonstop screams, as he's going to have to hear everything that has existed inside that castle all at once. So he's getting himself ready and focused that more than likely he's going to hear pain, suffering, and malevolent spirits the entire time that he's there. So he's just kind of getting in the zone.
Oh, there's a...
I was going to say the same thing.
Remy zone.
One last... Remy zone. This actually does matter. We talked about it some time ago, and then talked about it with Tana as well. Remy walking into another place where someone controls death, and him having those worry about losing his power. Isaiah had been planning on, or working on, making like an arcane firearm like conduit for Remy, so he can have a way to use his power or have something to protect himself. Did that ever happen?
That's a long-term project, but that's for Vecna. He won't lose his power from Strahd. That's Vecna controlling everything on a plane. Strahd can take possession of things, but he can't take Remy's abilities away like Vecna.
Fair. Cool. I was just thinking about like with Amonkhet.
Yeah. I appreciate that. If that was a threat that was on the table, then we would definitely address it. But it is not in this case.
Cool.
It's more of just RP that like this is like the beginning of Superman for him in the closet as a kid, where he just hears just going to be a lot of noise. And I'm not going to do anything mechanically to hinder him. That's just story, by the way. Just want to be clear with that. That's not going to prevent him from doing Remy things.
Fair. I'll make a note as well, though. Just remember.
I have one more question. Sorry, RoBear. Within my spelled weapon, is that using a charge casting the spell, so I can't do while raging, or?
Yeah, you got to do it. You got to do it before. What is it?
Well, that's what we never decided. So I to be honest,
we don't
I have no idea. We never even got that far. We haven't. So I just didn't know if I could, what I can do with that. So it has to be before.
Hey, what level is it?
7th.
Oh God, it's a big boy. So it's not even like, I was like, oh, if it's 3, let's just consider it
haste.
haste.
I'm like, there's a lot of crazy shit, and I want to, if it's a before thing, that makes things a lot easier for me to figure out.
Yeah, it's definitely a before thing. And we can rule it as like it happens when you rage. I'm cool with it being like a simultaneous effect.
Okay.
Eldon is distinctively nervous standing by this portal. You can see in particular, there is a little bit of shake in his right hand, as you can see the veins of necrosis, as when he opened up part of this portal, the mists affected his own hand conjuring this place. It's good to see you all. Good luck. Godspeed. Illustrial on the other side. I will do everything in my power to scry, watch, and assist getting you out of Barovia if you do not or are unable to step back through this portal. She puts her hand on your shoulder, Theodore. If this fails, I don't know if we'll have enough magic to save our worlds. If you find the know and whereabouts of Tasha or Mordekainen, hold them tight.
I guess we'll see.
That portal looms as you have to walk through the literal mists. You do not see out the other side.
RoBear, before I step through, this is gonna maybe be weird, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm just gonna like pluck out a beard hair and hand it to Illustrial.
Thank you. I was going to give her a dagger. Thank you.
So she's got something of me for when it comes to scrying and anything that strengthen that connection.
I'm going to be incredibly professional about this. Yes, you transfer over.
Uh-huh. Could have been anything.
Yes, for D&D, this is not awkward at all. There are no jokes to be had here. Thank you. Who's walking through first?
It was Isaiah, wasn't it?
It better be.
I'll go with him.
I'm going.
I'll go side by side.
I imagine Isaiah giving a little attitude. I'm going. I'll do what I wanna.
Davik would be right behind Isaiah and Theodore.
You would see a drop of tense anxiety, I guess, when Theo stands next to him, and he'll walk in.
As you both walk in side by side, Theodore, I need you to make an arcane ability check.
Okay. Is this like a spell attack roll?
No, this is just your
Or just
arcane.
Arcana.
Arcana, I'm sorry.
Gotcha.
Yes, Arcana.
That's fine. That's kind of better sometimes. Okay. Arcana straight up. 33.
Are we all, we probably need to remove bless?
That is from my college
Oh,
textbook.
that's right, the college textbook. I forget about it every time. Actually,
I'm just smart, RoBear.
yeah.
I'm just a nerd.
Yeah, are you jealous?
Hang on.
Yeah.
Get out of here!
He's got it.
Oh, the prop work.
Dude.
Do vampires give swirlies? That'd be funny.
Yeah, he's probably given Theo swirly before.
That's dreadful.
Anyway.
Well, you can't breathe?
You feel something trigger inside those mists. This is a trap. I need you to make a magic ability check as you can feel the mists closing down as this 100% was set to close after Isaiah stepped through.
Okay, so this is just like a straight intelligence check then?
No, you are now effectively using your magic to make sure this portal does not close behind you.
Okay, so spell attack roll then.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, well, we don't get a magic textbook on this one, unfortunately. College didn't prepare me for traps. 19?
42!
42!
That's my best friend. That's my best friend.
That was scary.
Yeah, you saw that, right?
Oh, buddy.
I'm like, all right,
Time.
new character time. Let's go.
Yeah, we done. Goodbye.
You can feel the presence of this domain of dread, Castle Ravenloft in the mists immediately. Like a door that's trying to snap shut closed as quick as it can. Theodore, it's more of a rude gesture against your magic, even though you know the implications. You may address it by just manifesting and continuing to walk through, or literally holding the portal open. That aesthetic is up to you. However, no more rolls will be necessary as you persist, and we'll be able to keep this open for the rest of the party.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna Yeah, no, this is a little bit, there's a little bit of an affront here. So I think we're just going to keep this portal open, but instead of just being this misty kind of tunnel through, we're just gonna have earth and rocks just kind of carve up to make just a stone tunnel. Like every sewer you've ever seen in a Ninja Turtle movie, like that, just
Yep.
which is nothing like what a sewer is, but you know what I mean. It's like that. It's just a big long stone tunnel, nothing to worry about.
Is there good music playing?
Pizza Dude's got 30 seconds.
The rest of you fall through.
Do we see it just turn to stone? Like no Theo, it just turns to stone.
Just described.
Yeah, I'd say you'd start to see, I'll let you guys know that I'm doing something here, that this isn't normal.
Yeah.
And I will, through this mental link, just be like, yeah, they're trying to stop us from coming through. They wanted just you. And I'll say that to Isaiah.
Grumble. Safety off.
We love a stubborn wizard. And almost on Kalthor's shoulders, she's gonna kick her heel on your arm. Forward.
As you all each individually pass through this portal, you are immediately pulled down into extravagant plush mahogany and crimson cushioned seat. As you stare around, you look at all of the ornate tile work, massive vaulted ceilings of this chamber, all centered around another massive mahogany dinner table. Looking around you, moonlight pours in around the torches that are lit from these massive Gothic columns. In front of you is an ornate throne, massive chandelier above it. And you see from the recesses of the darkness two very, very strange looking vampire spawns that crawl out with arms and legs that seem to be twice the size of their torso. You look around you at the table. Snow behind you, Davik. Everyone else centered. You hear the doors crack open back behind you. And that's when you see his face for the first time entirely in his own true form as Koss the Betrayer. Slowly makes his way down the velvet carpet.
That's not good.
Towards the center of the room. He puts his hands on the back of Isaiah's tall dining room chair. I'm so glad we could all make it here for dinner on time. I hope.
Isaiah's not looking at him whatsoever.
I think we can all hope that we are here for a favorable outcome. After all, what better way to do business than with friends over dinner? And he will float around, not touching the ground at all where the carpet is not, and settle into his own seat at the table. You begin to see spirits pour in that begin gathering goblets and fine gilded silverware and plates as everything begins to coalesce all at once. You guys see Remy is staring bullets towards the wall, just trying to focus. So, how was your travel in? Smooth, I hope.
Little gloomy for my taste, but
Oh, you can get used of it. Surely these things can be better than being kept up in the moorlands for so long.
we'll see, I guess.
Davik's just kind of looking down straight at the table, not really making eye contact with anyone.
I'm just staring at Cass, just right over the top of Egrik.
Being in the middle of this
Yeah.
is very uncomfortable.
But yeah,
I can
just like,
imagine.
under the
Just
table,
sitting
you just under the table, you just see Davik's leg just bouncing up and down, just like full of energy, with not knowing what to do with it, just like going a million miles an hour.
Davik, you in particular stare through a room that isn't as nearly as empty as what everyone else sees.
Oh,
You can see them all crawling down the ceiling, upside down. And you see them on all sides. since Davik can see them, we'll go ahead and show what he sees.
And we did say we have the mental link up, so just I'm sending.
You think very hard about understanding who and what might hear you inside Castle Ravenloft.
Even in the mental? Wow.
Welcome to Barovia.
Davik, they don't know that you can see them. They wreathe on the walls as if their bodies are underneath the wallpaper. They skulk and slide, and you can see their long limbs and their fangs out, as it's dinner time for them as well.
Does it look like they are ready to attack? Or are they waiting for a signal? Can I discern any intent like that?
They're held at the ready the same way that the two that are visually represented next to the throne are.
Okay. So just in my head, along with that leg just bopping up and down, you'll just he'll just be mentally just muttering the number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. But that's it, just on repeat.
Kaz will shoot a glance over to you. Are you okay?
He's nervous.
Yeah. Davik will crack a smile, like a very nervous, obviously nervous smile. Just, this is a very nice arrangement you have, and I know we're here to discuss something very serious, so I'd just like to get to it as quickly as possible, if that's okay. And just
It's not
head back
his
down.
Arrangement, Isaiah says, notably staring at the empty seat.
Ah. There's our guest. As you begin to hear an old piano, Kaz rises from his seat. And like a symphony, you see the stained glass windows up above you fold in. And the mist pours in to the entire room, filling the vaulted ceiling, covering it completely. And as it unveils up above you, it's like a bastardized version of the Sistine Chapel. It is Strahd extending his hand out to his own world. One painting him as the glorious benefactor of Barovia and beyond. Reaching out, his hand points down to a single newborn child. From that scenery, you can see that the sky inside that painting is bathed in gilded bats. And you can see the gold leafing seems to drip and drop down as it coalesces in these black and gold bats that all swirl around, flying around the room multiple times before coalescing as one on the throne. As Strahd appears before you for the first time. Much like Kaz, his feet don't touch the ground. He simply glides towards the table.
Egrik's feet also don't touch the ground.
Kick, 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 kick.
Isaiah does not stand like Kaz did, but it's just locked. With Strahd floating forwards, not seeing him in centuries.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
My esteemed guests, welcome to Castle Ravenloft. I do hope that your travel here was accommodating.
I'm glad that we all could be here. Stressing the all, considering the trap that was laid, so it can just be one. Also, stressing the all because it means that trap failed.
Soaking up the presence of Strahd right now, since I see an ad just went off over here, we will pause. If you need to refresh your beverage, now is a perfect time to do so.
I gotta pee! I'm stressed! I'm stressed! I'm stressed!
We're surrounded, guys. They're all over. They're everywhere.
You're coming out of the goddamn walls.
They're in the walls.
They're in the walls. Oh, when you cast that, I was like, you are the perfect person. Oh,
25 meters?
Yeah.
Where are these things? Can't see them.
I'm hoping, because this is something Davik has never done, that the counting sets some sort of alarm. Like, we'll see, I guess.
Davik's just a weird dude. I've never, like, I don't know. Maybe this is what he does when he gets nervous. He just counts. I don't know.
Appreciate everyone about the kind words of the soundtrack and aesthetic. Much appreciated.
It was perfect. It was so perfect. I was like, I know this. I know this. I know this.
We have to honor our peak environments and scenes in D&D. We only get to be here so many times.
Oh, RoBear, I sent you a DM about Enspelled Weapon.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Cool.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yes.
Yeah.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Davik took Count Strahd literally.
Okay. That's a good pun. See, that's a good one.
Of course, Sam wasn't here.
Uh,
You hear that, Jinxie? You hear
thanks,
that?
40.
One.
Oh yeah, dude. The dining room at Ravenloft is like the room of requirement. The chairs all are custom fit.
Very big chair. Though the silverware very small.
Very
small. It's very frustrating. Clearly something was lost in translation when we were talking. I don't know what happened.
It's a golden trident you have over there for your steak.
Kalthorr eats with his hands, I'm sure.
Obviously. Scoop. Just scoop the soup.
Just pick up the plate and just dump it.
I just want to play Expedition 33 so bad.
Yeah.
I know, that game is
So good.
I'm not even that far into it, and I have an emotional attachment to that game.
I'm like probably 12 hours in, and it's so beautiful. Oh,
I got 35 minutes into that Emerald remake.
I'll tell you where I'm at in Expedition 33. I ran into the mime.
yeah.
Well,
That dude
don't
ate
worry.
my lunch.
Don't worry, you get to do that a lot.
I was like, what is this guy? Oh no, we're
Oh,
fighting.
no. Scene resumed. Strahd snaps his fingers. And descending from the darkness back behind the throne, several vampire spawns manifest forward with crimson carafes. And begin pouring into the golden goblets for both Koss and Strahd. Strahd's eyes immediately dart back over to yours, Isaiah. Will we be partaking in good vintage this evening? I have spared no expense for this momentous occasion.
Everything in his fiber wants to say no. This man can choke. Do not get anything from him, but he also understands the game. He understands the stakes. Theo, you would see his eyes look over to you for a moment, before he looks back over to Strahd. Feeling a bit parched. And he will... Does he have any, say, cutlery, any ware in front of him, like a glass, anything?
Yes, you do have an
Goblet?
open chalice in front of you.
Great, yeah. He will just push the chalice slightly forward to show that he does want to imbibe.
Good. Let us bring out the vintage then. He snaps his fingers again. And another vampire spawn flies out to the center of the room and reappears in between you and Theodore. The other two vampire spawn that brought out the carafes set them down and flank near this new forming spawn. Thank you, Maximilian, for your offering. Isaiah, you see Max for the first time.
That's right.
As he extends both of his wrists forward as the two other vampire spawns fill your chalice. Sometimes occasions are too monumental or just normal crimson. Strahd stares at you with a sheepish grin.
I have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Maximilian takes out a monogrammed napkin and cleans up both of their wrists and slides the gauntlet towards you.
Just so I'm understanding, what does Max look like? Is he a vampire spawn, or what is happening with what's setting him different from the other spawn in the room?
Looks like a vampire spawn. You can still make out his facial features. His skin is pale, it's sunken. He is fully transformed into a vampire underneath Strahd's will. Do you make eye contact?
There's no way he doesn't. Looks directly at him.
You see it's quick and deliberate. But the way that he spins that monogrammed he wipes away a single bloody tear, as you can tell, hoping that no one sees it.
Seeing that tear fall down, understanding. He's understood, but this, more than anything, just solidified exactly what they have to do. And he looks back to Strahd. He picks up the chalice. Fine. Before I drink, nothing's off about this blood, is it?
Other than the fact that it's supercharged from a vampire spawn of Strahd, no.
Mm-hmm.
You saw it fresh drawn.
And is there any understanding that if I consume from a spawn, that will connect me to Strahd in any way, shape, or form? Or is it just... Is there any harm, truly, in drinking this?
Physically, no. Emotionally,
Emotional damage.
unending.
Yeah, okay.
Not funny.
Unending.
Okay. He is going to chug the entirety of the chalice, and he does not break eye contact with Strahd as he does so.
Both him and Koss raise their glass. I did not expect one to be so thirsty. Is it the vintage? Or has it just been so long?
We can talk about time at any moment. We both know why I'm here, why we are here.
Of course. You all see Strahd snap his fingers again. And that piece, the fourth piece of the Rod of Seven Parts, appears in his hand. This, I have grown quite fond of it. He taps it like a touchlight, and the lights go out. The fires extinguish, and he taps it again like a touchlight. It has been incredibly useful. Then Strahd claps. The lights go off. Strahd has been using the Rod of Seven Parts as a glorified clapper. Isn't it fascinating? Oh. What a treat. I have grown quite fond of it. It is a party trick that does not involve cantrips, magic, or anything else. Perception checks for anyone who his eyes may be on Cass.
Oh, I'm just staring at him. He's over Egrik.
Go ahead and roll it.
Oh, that is persuasion.
Perception.
2 seconds. Yeah, I clicked the wrong one. 21, man.
Oh, Cass is grinding his teeth. He is doing there's a glance back at like that moment of you gotta be kidding me. There's a second of alliance that's there in a look that quickly fades back away. Strahd glances back over at Cass. I am sorry for being so rude. I didn't know that we would get into the vintage so early. Please, Maximilian, if you could. Cass, would you like to sample the vintage yourself before? Cass glances daggers back over at you, Isaiah, as Maximilian extends his hand. Your partner, incapable of stopping these requests. I don't mind at all. Cass, keeping complete eye contact back over at you, Isaiah, bites into Maximilian's wrist. Immediately the spawns flank on either side and begin wiping away any of the extra blood that may have dribbled down onto his beard. Continue.
No worries. I hate him. For the party's sake, it is very clear that Isaiah is a hair trigger away from acting, and he's trying his best to not. His own grinding teeth right now. So, Gerard, this contraption you find enjoyable. Are you understanding what it is?
Of course, I do. And I understand it seems to be of incredible value to your mission. I have grown quite fond of it myself. I have seen many times in both the bones and the cards, adventurers like yourself come for dinner. Though I have never heard of a compelling argument yet of why I should part with it. Maybe it is the reason why I was so invested when Brother Kass informed me of his intentions.
And what exactly did he say those were?
Oh, we had a long conversation, much to catch up on. After all, it is so busy being a vampire lord. Our own domains. The politics. The local affairs. Even some good old-fashioned war games. It was a good session, was it not, Kass? He simply nods, ungrinding his teeth just a bit. The rest of the servants fill your table with wine you all can tell comes from Faerun. A veneral feast of quail and mushroom risotto, a fine salad with a particular punctual citrus vinaigrette. The table is laid before you, and what you all detect as normal food. A small chalice with a singular soft-boiled quail egg is untopped for you. I thought it was a good chance for us to have a metaphor at the table. While quail eggs are divine and delicious in their own right, we all desire something at this table. We wish to get to its rich, decadent center. Let us all come to this table knowing that we can have our yoke. When he says that, he snaps his fingers and Max extends his other arm over to Strahd as he pulls off the most delicate of sips. Exquisite.
And while you have these eggs unbroken, whatever gold mine is in the center, if we can have whatever we want, then what are you getting out of war games with Kaz?
Now is the time.
Something tells me.
Go ahead.
Something tells me he ain't played all his cards yet with you.
And on that inclination, I will officially make Kaz's roll. 75% chance that he has heard everything at your previous meeting. I will roll a percentile roll.
Higher, low, higher, low, higher, low.
2 through 25. He has honored the pact that they made, or he believes Isaiah made with him in the courtyard. 26 to 100.
We impose disadvantage somehow.
Celery barbs.
Yeah, right.
Chat, I'm screaming, crying, throwing up. Ugh.
How funny would it be if it was an 8?
I was just thinking the same thing.
That was weird. That was weird. I rolled an 8 in Baddie's roll chat. I just said, would it be funny if it was an 8?
The roll is in.
You forgot to show us.
Didn't. You know that. You know that.
Costs. You were telling me earlier that all of this faithful meeting, this desire to form this relic, all hinges on you believe that the world is crumbling? Do you think that all of the worlds and the material plane and the spheres around it, in the domains of delight and the domains of dread, will all be under whispers? And you believe that this will change it. Lights flicker. We do have a plan of grand design. And it is not a secret that I do not wish the mastermind of that grand design to fail. But I have made alliances. And I have made hard choices to get here. As he stares back at Isaiah and the rest of the party. I have laid my cards bare. As he slams his piece of the Rod of Seven Parts on the table. Everything hinges on this. But what does that mean when you do put these pieces together? After all, this is only 4. I am not a mathematician, but you still need 3 other pieces. Why not come to me at the end when you have collected the rest? I have no assurances that you will accomplish your goal. What should I do? This has been a small snippet of joy in my life. Do please, the rest of you do have voices. You all have been invited as well. You do not have to be a vampire to speak at my table.
I know the role hasn't been revealed yet. But is there any inkling that Isaiah thinks? I mean, I don't know until the role is done. Really, it's just.
I got something.
Well, as of now, each piece of this rod has helped us find the next. And unfortunately, for whether it be your clapper or us,
Or Koss, which this whole time I'm staring at Koss.
we have been led to you. Your piece, which we hope will lead us to the next. And you're right, you have no assurances. We have found these, we have collected these, and no one else has. Clearly, we are doing something right. We are good at this.
You speak the truth. You do have 2 pieces. Brother Cass, you
3.
only have 1.
And that's the one we found for him.
I do wonder what the other pieces do. Maybe I can turn on and off all of the lights in Ravenloft. Like a network. We could be onto something. Maybe we should become business partners for other means. So much doom and gloom.
Do you
Cause.
enjoy?
Oh, yes?
Do you enjoy your position, your throne, your aesthetic?
You know what they say. It is lonely at the top. But he looks up towards the ceiling. But there is satisfaction in grand design. No? A true philosopher king. A vision perfected, top down. It is a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. But I have enjoyed it.
So I'm sure it makes sense to you that if that whispered individual gets everything, that you lose everything, yes.
That is a bold assumption that the whispered one wants to change anything that I do. I have not received a personal calling card like the rest of you have. I am sorry that the material plane isn't as organized as Barovia. We handle things with a different, swift grace.
So this is how I see it. Whether we get the parts or not, with your throne, I'm sure you can take us out if we prove to be a threat. Maybe. Maybe you keep everything if he takes over. But one thing I do know is that if you give him anything, he will take this place from you.
I can tell even in your current form, Sergey infects your brain with absolutes. Not everything is black and white, brother. It never had to be.
You didn't say that when Tatiana didn't pick you.
Sometimes.
Not the music.
We can love something so much that it doesn't love us back. Truly a hard mistake. I'm sure all of you could probably relate in some way. It hurt. But, much like yourself, I do not deal in any other currency. Not even time. Time is my own to wield. So I give her another chance. Another chance. Infinite chances, actually. He snaps his finger, and a beautiful woman with long dark hair stark yellow eyes, walks out from the back. And even this generation has a chance to reciprocate the love that I have given. Isn't that true, darling? As you can clearly see, another reincarnation of Tatiana is here under Strahd's control. As you can see the soullessness in her eyes as she walks and approaches and puts her hand on his shoulder.
What's sorry.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask, what's Isaiah's body language right now? Is he coming unglued? I just body language.
Yeah.
Big
100%.
hand on your shoulder. Big hand.
Oh, I'm sorry, my darling. We opened the vintage without you. But for you, love. Always direct to the source. As Maximilian tilts his head to the side. And his reincarnation spawn of Tatiana does not feast cleanly. As there's just a little bit of a splash across Strahd's forehead that he wipes away and puts onto his tongue.
I'm sorry. Maybe I'm new to all this. Is it okay to say vampire stuff? Is this normal?
Strahd glances at you, but you can tell that he has cared little for the words that have come from your mouth. That is an exceptional direwolf.
Oh yeah, that's my buddy. Yeah,
Charisma
are
save
you-
for Snow.
Oh no.
I feel a little sick. I would like sleeping now.
Charisma. It's different. Oh, okay. Saving throw.
Oh.
Baby, you got
Oh.
that.
Snow seems to be charmed as he walks over towards Strahd's side. His hand comes down, covered in ancient rings. You can see his long fingernails. He is gentle as he pets Snow's head all the way back into his coat. And do they have a name?
That's Snow.
Ah. Snow. Exquisite. Good boy. And Snow lays down at the
3
feet of
strikes.
Strahd.
Max was 1. Tatiana was 2. Taking a companion was 3.
You feel the vibe shift in Davik, but he will, at seeing that, you will see his fist clench, but he will compose himself and look back to Isaiah as if to indicate with his eyes, please don't react.
There's a hearty Kalthorr's hand on your shoulder, squeezing.
No, that's he's very friendly. I was just curious about your culture, sir. I meant no offense. It seems you've gone through a great trouble to bring us here to have this conversation, and I just don't know when we could actually get down to business, rather than all the blood stuff. I'm not good with blood. Sorry.
None taken. As his servants run over this unnatural femur bone that has probably come off some hell creature of the night, it is brought in front of Snow and placed. We would not want to leave out any of our trusted companions this evening. Strahd is about to speak up again, but Koss interrupts. To answer your question, I plan on recovering those other 3 parts with the help of my allies at this table. And since we are coming from this as a place of honesty, there is no turning back now, is there? As he looks directly at Isaiah. I plan to use the Rod of 7 parts to unleash an ancient evil to assist us. We will need every advantage we can gather.
It feels almost more like you're a liability than an advantage.
We have operated. That's an enemy of my enemy is my friend. We have done well so far.
You're right, we have. Us. While having to battle and fight through your silly little deceits. I see nothing but you slowing us down over and over and over.
Is this how the rest of you see this arrangement?
Egrik does not move a muscle.
You all have been awfully quiet so far. The typical loud voices. But I know you all to be wiser than that. Everyone has a seat at the table. Theodore. You always have an insight what is most appreciated? What do you think?
Well, I must admit I have been pondering for a while what the end goal of gathering these pieces has been, and I mean, unleashing what it is you plan to unleash. Well, I'll be honest, I'm curious. We're talking about an embodiment of chaos incarnate. How does one wield that in any capability to aid in your plan?
I understand opening a door in pandemonium doesn't sound like a secure and reliable plan. But we need allies. And we need strong ones. I have laid forth my truth. We need Miska. We always have.
And what makes you think he's gonna listen to you?
Self-preservation.
Is that it? Self-preservation. You're more safe with him being on top, unleashing that. That's a death sentence beyond death. And you think you, Cass, the Bloody, will be something it listens to?
It's why I have kept my trust in all of you for so long. Especially you, Isaiah. There is no one else that knows more about persistence and self-preservation than you.
Self-preservation is one thing. Stupidity is a whole separate lot.
In here, I spent the time for one last family portrait. As Koss lays out soul coin after soul coin. I was hoping that you would like one last opportunity to see their faces. As he begins to spin the coins through and through, as your former party is all laid out in front on Strahd's table. Koss's glance looks over to Maximilian. Wouldn't it be nice to be at the table instead of on the menu? Wouldn't it?
What's Strahd look like when Cass puts out all these soul coins?
His jaw unhinges in a large surprise and smile. If you don't see that every day.
And just so I understand, their bodies are laid out on the table right now. Or the spirits?
He's implying that he has the souls of each member of your party inside of a specific coin.
He came and collected. Oh.
You see, Strahd, this is why I spent so much time in the mists earlier. I had to. What did they say? Reap what I sow. After all, there's no going back home, is there? No more Mordenkaas. Oops. I guess we all let that one slip, didn't we? And to think, now, I'm going to have to rip out your heart to put this thing together. You did this. Why? We had a chance to solve this so amicably.
Isaiah is just staring at Strahd after he looks at the coins. He offered me one move. I'll offer you a different one.
Oh, I am very aware of the war games. Strahd snaps his fingers. And you see Mordenkainen reach down for those coins, and they sink into the table.
They were his. Okay.
Oh, no. They are not my coins, no, but they are my souls. I've been watching my back, cause. Oh, where did the sword come from? You did not think that I would not know of your transgressions inside the courtyard? We are all listening. Maybe some of us even more keen than others. So, now that the truth is here, everyone is scoundrels in my presence. I am willing to forgive your mortal motivations. Your lives are so short, aren't they, Snow? As he pets the top of his head. You all have come here with ill intentions, but I am willing to forgive them. After all, if there is anything I am, it is nothing less than benevolent. So you want this peace? Sure. Have it. He slides it across the table.
Egrik wants to so bad, but she does not.
Oh, I will grab it.
You reach out to
What's the
grab
bet?
that piece. No. It falls into the table. You may have the piece. However, I have enjoyed your company so much. I would hate for us to begin and end only with one dinner. We could become good friends. Who does not love a good enemies to lovers arc? I am nothing but short of a romanticist.
What?
Why don't we preserve Barovia together? The material plane is what you say cooked. I will give you the rod. But we are preserving Barovia first.
And how exactly are we doing that?
Brother Cass says that he would like to invoke Miska. Sure, go rain chaos. Let Barovia be of divine order. I have no concerns for the rest. If they become mindless zombies, they will become mindless zombies that continue to walk into my mists. Let us have our own little resistance here, shall we?
Unfortunately, no. Now, I'm not saying we cannot work together, but the material plane is of great importance to us. Now you have a piece, Koss has a piece. We have two. Why do you then gain priority here?
Because I am the philosopher king. I have all of the cards. Matter of fact, I have all of the coins. As he pulls them up.
You have those coins, and we are fighting for every living soul. A philosopher king, of course.
But these have aged so well. As he pulls one coin up, and you can kind of see he opens his mouth up. And you can see the aether pull from this coin slightly. And he stops just in time before he consumes. And it goes back in. Remy glances back over at you, Isaiah, and just gives you a nod confirmation that soul is still intact.
Isaiah's heard a lot. What isn't known is whatever the hell Miska's gonna do. But right now, I care about that piece. So how about this?
Ooh, a counter proposal.
You have souls like a buffet. So many different creeds and origins, shapes and sizes. Somehow, you even have her. You have my friends. You have Max. I dare not say you don't have me. Because quite honestly, I'm sure you don't give a flying shit about me. But what you don't have is your brother. Give us the rod. And you have your family back.
Wait, what? No, what does that mean?
No. I'm doing
What?
just fine without him. And I do not need a used carriage version of my brother. However, you, as he points to Koss, you all did bring me him. He snaps his fingers, and every one of these vampire spawns surrounds Koss. See, I needed a bargaining chip, and it's not Minska, and it is not the Rod of Seven Parts. Barovia will persist as you see Koss struggling back and forth, looking at the rest of you. Oh, my sweet summer child. You are always too ambitious for your own britches. And you came here thinking you could dispose of me. All for an attempt at a harebrained plan that you think will help you? Oh, Pandemonium will not open. Not at least under your watch. I'm sure your former employer cannot wait to have words with you. The question is now.
You won't get away with this.
Strahd snaps again. That piece of the rod floats up from the table, combines with Koss's piece.
Does it work?
You see the lights turn off somewhere far back inside the castle. Well, that answers that question, doesn't it? It is all I needed to know.
Isaiah looks at the party, but mainly at Theo.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no time like the present at this point. If mentally is still possible. Why take on two when you can take on one?
Mm-hmm.
The vampire horde drag Koss into the shadows.
Is he, while he's being dragged away? I mean, I don't know what what's his demeanor like? Koss being
He's furious. He's silenced, and he's lost all of his chips. You see the face of desperation in a man who's lost the game.
So, I mean, yeah, I don't know. This is so many options. My brain is spinning with calculations right now, and I'm going nuts over here.
Well, we have certainly come to one conclusion. Now is on to the second. The soul coins reemerge in front of him. So, brother, what are you going to offer me to have your little neighborhood friends
I will say at least Davik and Kalthorr, who were close and trying to gauge his reading. Isaiah at this point is ready to take out Trot. All options are exhausted that don't include giving you all up, which is something he's not going to do.
Nah, well, I guess other option is try to save Koss to be in your debt to fight Strahd, but he's not in the room anymore, so that's...
Has he been dragged out completely yet?
Yeah, he's disappeared into the shadows, into the back. How about I propose a deal? I am very fond of this rod. How about you give me your new 2 pieces back, and I will give you a half of the coins. But if you go and you give me the other 2 pieces, of course, I do not have to pull it from your heart. You can go and fetch it and produce it just fine here. We have plenty of trees. So, give me the 4 pieces of the rod of 7 parts, and you get your friends back. I promise. What do you say?
I really have had my fill of liars lately. Or, instead of making a silly deal, you could just give us those pieces and those coins, and we could be on our way.
Barovia is quite fond of its own. After all, we are just a small hamlet that can use all the hands we can get. What do
it's a
you
good
need the
thing
rod
we're
for?
trying to-
You heard he wants to release Miska, and you wanted no part of it. Let me have my funny light device. It will do you no good. After all, won't it be so entertaining when Mordenkainen meets Mordenkaas inside of my cells? Can you imagine the conversations that they will have?
Theodore, do you have anything to say here? Because I am running out of words.
Oh, your friend hasn't. Her name Tasha, she's still screaming in the mist. I gave her just enough room to struggle. I haven't consumed her. She's just lost. I wonder how long before she loses her mind. But that would be a question for Isaiah now, wouldn't it?
Just to make sure we're on the same level playing field. You,
Yes.
Count Strahd, with 2 pieces of a rod, are now threatening us. With our friends' lives, our lives, the demise of the material plane. And just to be clear, we have taken down gods! I have no problem leaving you alone in your silly little castle. As a matter of fact, I would love nothing more than to walk away from here with what we need, leaving you alone. Enjoy your life or your unlife. I don't care. But we will be leaving with those pieces. And nothing will stop that.
Roll an intimidation check.
Natural 20.
Oh, it's right there.
Cal 14.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm going to dump a D10 into that as well.
Go for it.
There's our lucky 4. We needed that.
Yeah, it's,
Hey, it's fair. It's fair.
So hostile. I see your grievances. I do. But I'm not yet convinced to part with my plaything.
Isaiah has stood up. Isaiah is now pointing a gun at Strahd. We're done with the fucking games. We're done with the stores. We're done with the talking. I've been done with the talking since I got in here, and the only reason I have is for them. But now, as it's clear to me that this is what works. No more talking.
We haven't even gotten to dessert yet.
Are you giving us the pieces or not?
intimidation check.
RoBear, that we talked about it very briefly at the end of last session, about an aura that works similar to Egrik's Twilight thing. Is that a thing I have to choose? I have to choose to activate that, right? That's how that works. We didn't talk about the mechanics of how that works on my end.
Yeah, it's activation.
Got it. Cool. Just checking.
Just checking one quick thing. No, okay.
Okay, here we go. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
I want to say this. We have said my intimidation is through my gun. And on my gun, a 19 is a crit.
I love it.
I'm also, just to be safe, dumping a D10.
I didn't want to have to say. I didn't want to.
I'm just gonna push that button right there. Okay. 46.
Does a 46 hit?
I don't know.
It can be no. We know this. We know this.
I know.
You've grown such a backbone in your reincarnation, brother. Maybe if you had had it the first time around, you wouldn't have to try to live your life vicariously through this poor soul. You have endured so much. One of the few that have come here and left. That in itself is some kind of reward. Fine. There is no need for unnecessary bloodshed here today. After all, I have found your company to be quite exquisite. Even though the small green one has only said eeps and urts. I do wish to find out more about you. And you, over there with the horns, you do not have to take this so seriously. You have been sweating through your robes the entire time. You will get used to the screams. I promise you, they will be like a symphony to the ears eventually. However, it seems that you all have come to an end. These souls. Well, they are all my children. I never wanted them to be placed inside a soul coin. That is that rude dumbass's decision. But I agree, I think we should get a family picture first. He releases each one of the souls from their coins. As you see them levitate back behind his chair. He snaps his fingers and Maximilian's hand extends forward. He takes it inside of his hand. Two spawns come with a very old-time plate camera. Just think, if I'd been your leader, You all would have got to have dinner with me instead. Brother, I will always be better than you. I always have, and I always will. The picture is taken. Please, back into the mists. Go find that Callista or something. And he slides that old-time tin photo over to you, Isaiah. And he kisses Maximilian's hand.
I'm shooting.
Checkmate, brother.
I'm shooting.
The 2 pieces of the rod of 7 parts have pulled up from the table. They are yours to take. The gun is going off at the same time.
Is there any way we can pull this?
You guys are in a reaction moment. You have your deal and can walk away.
Can I step in front of this?
Can I catch that bullet?
You can.
We're both on either side.
Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog?
You can certainly try. Isaiah,
roll for this.
I need you to roll your attack with advantage.
Oh, the advantage.
Dare you?
Celery barbs.
I mean.
Oh, my Lanta. Oh my God. I thought the match was winning.
That's good. We won a low roll.
There's the 8.
What do you?
There's the 8. There is the 8.
Hey. I think
What do you want me to roll, RoBear?
Oh my God.
Okay.
I'm screaming.
So there is Kalthorr, there is Theodore, and there is Davik because you have reach.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Oh boy. Oh God, the pieces are right there.
I mean, part of my Barbarian is the advantage on deck saves, trying to, what is it called? Danger sense. Can I try to dive in front of this?
Oh, you most certainly can try.
Okay.
Thank the RNG gods for doing me dirty.
Yeah, for
It
real.
works now.
I don't think with an 8.
Do you want one of my luckies?
Did you roll a 17?
You rolled a saving throw.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Usually it's a deck saving throw for danger sense. What would you
Okay,
like?
in this case, yes, danger sense. That's what you do. Yep.
I mean, a lucky, I'd be looking for a 20.
1920.
1920, yeah. So,
Oh, you have to roll high.
yeah. I only got a +5 to dex. I mean, I could burn a D8. I'll do it. Yeah.
I got you.
My body hit.
All right. D8 burned.
Damn.
I tried.
26. Kalthorr in slow motion, you can see, tries to stop Isaiah.
What about you, Flawless?
So I have 2 things that I could try, RoBear. You tell me what would be best and what you want me to roll. I can try my protective wings. That raises my AC, but like
Too
cut
far.
out the wing to block it. Okay. So then I can try deflect attack or deflect energy in an attempt to catch the bullet.
Deflecting energy, the shot is still fired.
Okay. Or just literally just whatever, a dexterity roll to try to catch the bullet, or however. Like, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to catch this bullet.
All right, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. No, that's an ability check. Saving throw. Right here. Do I have advantage on this for some reason?
Nope.
You could with a card.
Yeah, let me burn my advantage.
There is, let's see here, no card available for the advantage on this. Has to be a innate ability.
Well, then I'll use my innate luck.
Luck is not on the table.
Oh. Well, which one is the first?
The 20 was the first.
The 20 was the first. Natural
20. Natural 20.
Let's go.
Davik, in the most poetic, fitting way, how do you stop Isaiah for firing this shot on Strahd?
So after the display with Maximilian, I knew that this bullet was coming because I know Isaiah. So even before the finger pulls all the way on the trigger, Davik was in motion to catch this bullet, knowing that it was trained on Strahd. And just with the God Fist, it roils in fire. I will snatch this bullet and make eye contact with Strahd. And with a smile, just say, "We accept your offer." And then I'll gesture to Snow and just say, "We would like to leave, please."
Strahd looks you in the eyes, Davik. Good boy. And Snow will get up and you can see the charm fade from his eyes. Strahd gets up from the table. Levitating side by side, his reincarnation of Tatiana on either side of Maximilian. Please, I do not wish you to have exhaust any more resources. Wait. He claps and opens up a portal using his piece of the Rod of Seven Parts for the last time as it opens up through the doorway. I am so sorry you have to leave without dessert, but I understand mortals will always be on the timeline. Goodbye, my friends. As Strahd and that reincarnation of Tatiana bite on either side of Maximilian's neck, with the blood draining down both of their faces as they lock eye contact with you, Isaiah. You guys are free to leave. How do you proceed?
I'm gonna grab the pieces of the rock.
I was gonna say, yeah, that was, yep.
And I'm gonna hand them to Theodore.
With Snow being freed, that's no longer a concern for Davik. I will rush over to Isaiah's side and I won't ask for permission. I will just embrace him tightly and just in his ear just say, "This isn't the end."
Is this just a dining hall that we're looking at right now?
You believe it to be.
Could I try to see if it's anything else?
Go ahead and roll an Arcana.
I'm gonna use a card advantage if I can.
Go for it. You're pretty certain you're in Castle Ravenloft. Whether this is used for a dining hall all the time, you don't know. It moves and changes a lot.
Okay.
There are no mists shrouding the portal. You can literally see inside to your own keep.
So Theodore, as I'm passing you these pieces that I'm giving to you here, the mental link is up. Understandably, he may be able to. I'm just gonna, in a question almost. Mordenkainen, Tasha.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that since he said it. And I guess again, for whatever it's worth, back to Kalthorr, I'll just be like, we know where they are, but
Illustrious
I
to
don't-
let her know.
yeah.
Now we know. We can let her know.
Should I touch the circle?
I think now,
I will bite your fingers off.
I think we can go through this portal.
Okay.
Strahd and the reincarnation of Tatiana still feasting on Maximilian. His eyes are starting to roll into the back of his head as he's kind of nodding in and out of consciousness.
As this is happening, what I'm going to try to do, Isaiah, I don't know if you're going to let me do it, but I will try to just rotate so that you don't see this display.
Well, my appetite's been ruined. Shall we?
Yeah.
Davik.
Why? I thought Strahd pulls up. Didn't we all get our yoke? As he smiles, a bloody smile.
Oh, as you said, we're missing dessert.
And I'm gonna start ushering and
Yeah.
pushing and just. I will pick up.
Yeah.
Egrik, you fucking.
I'm still locked in with Isaiah. If he doesn't want to leave, like I'm here for Isaiah, like whatever.
It is time to go.
RoBear, I need to make a roll. And I don't know what the parameters of the roll will be, but if he fails it, as they're leaving, he's teleporting in front of Strahd as they go, and he's not coming. Every single thing. Talking about yokes. Every single person wins except for him. And he can't leave them. He can't leave them alone.
How this is going to go down. Isaiah's going to make a single die wisdom saving throw. I will have the DC set low he makes that brash move high enough. He concedes that even in the most dire of circumstances, there is another day. The only person that will be able to affect this, since this will be using a magical ability from him, will be Theodore. If he does, go ahead and give us that roll, Isaiah.
Wisdom, correct?
Wisdom saving throw. As it dances past that natural one. With a 23. Isaiah, it takes everything in your body. And maybe still resisting with and against your friends, to go with them through that portal, but you will. The question
I
is,
think you all.
do you leave the portrait on the table?
He hasn't stopped staring at Strahd, at this version of Tatiana, at Max. And then he finds himself looking at Egrik, looking at Kalthorr, looking at Remy, looking at Davik. And then he stops at Theodore. I don't know how to say goodbye. I lost him once. How do I lose him again?
Oh.
Davik will release the hold to allow Theodore to step in here.
Maximilian's body goes limp between
Jesus Christ.
Tatiana and Strahd. You may not be looking towards him, but you hear his body hit the ground.
In this moment, there are really no words for what's happening. And just a solemn, tear-filled look back at Isaiah as he says this, and I'll just kind of that unknowing
bond that they've had, this sort of nonverbal, even though it can be a mental link. And it's just, a cocked eyebrow in question of, do you want to stay?
You know his answer is yes.
Mm-hmm.
But he knows that won't be good.
So as we're kind of being ushered through the portal, Theodore is reaching a hand out, maybe to help pull through. And as we're kind of being ushered by Kalthorr through here, there's a moment where you, who've seen it now so far, a slight kind of incantation, almost a somatic component of what was a silvery barbs on that wisdom saving throw to give Isaiah the opportunity to stay, or at least a shot to see if he wanted to. And as we're about to go through that portal, he will switch that to a telekinesis to pull that portrait off the table.
Question. Before we're all ushered through, this would have to be an Isaiah thing. Actually, she's going to talk to Theo telepathically first.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Isaiah should know of this or not, but it wouldn't be a bad idea for me to consume Maximilian's mind.
Oh, he's not.
I don't know
He's
how
not.
to ask him.
He's not dead.
He's not dead.
He's not dead.
Is there something else around here that is, though?
No, he's just drained him unconscious.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's nothing to consume. Good thought.
Oh no,
Okay.
he definitely wants to keep him.
Oh, yeah. No, I thought he was dead.
No.
Okay, never mind.
Well.
He will see that pull of the portrait, the one he couldn't grab. And as they are ushered towards the portal, he's going to stop and turn his head. When all this is done, you will know the visceral meaning of death, of fratricide.
And
I
you,
won't
my
stop.
brother, will be able to tell me what it is like to die another day. Good night and auf Wiedersehen, Sergei. He turns and gives a bloody kiss to the reincarnated Tatiana over Maximilian's unconscious body. And straightens his collar like it's a varsity jacket.
He may have Tatiana, he may have Maximilian, he may have the upper hand. but he won't have the satisfaction of us watching him in his glory. As Isaiah walks out, not looking at that.
We're with you, Mr. Isaiah. I'm just walking with you.
Remy is going to walk up to the edge of the portal. And look back as he's been crying for some time. You're a monster. That's what you are. And that's what you'll always be. And he walks through the portal. As you guys all go one by one. Emerging back inside the room, Illustrial is disheveled. Her makeup has well run down her face long ago. As you can tell that she has been watching and listening. Eldon just has his head in his hands. She'll come rushing over the minute you all begin stepping forward. And she's going to put her hands on Isaiah's shoulder. No one deserves to have gone through that. I'm so sorry. She can barely make eye contact knowing what she just asked you to do. As you all spill out into a somberest mood ever and succeeding in your goal. If there's anything else that you want to add to the end of this scene, now is the time.
The portal's closing behind us or still open?
The portal is slowly shrinking back behind you. It is not staying open.
So there's still a circle to touch.
It disappears. It disappears. We'll go ahead.
Thank you, RoBear.
Let's just go ahead
Thank
and
you, RoBear.
let's just go ahead and we've had enough scenes of that monster inside. We don't need any more. As it shuts. Welcome to the saddest level 16. Four pieces of the rod of 7 parts are yours. Possibility of Mordenkainen still being held inside a cell in Ravenloft, as well as Koss, knowing he is to be the bartered chip to save Strahd's kingdom. The souls of your previous party existing, but as a collection. Callista somewhere out there fending for herself in Barovia. Maximilian damned to eternity as a simple commodity. And 3 pieces left somewhere out there in the multiverse. Koss's intentions laid true to try to contact the ancient evil in Miska, the same rod that sealed them so long ago. All of those thoughts loom heavy on all of you. But nothing more than the extreme loss and shallow victory that it must be for Isaiah. And that is where we will leave unless anyone else has anything to add.
Just one thing. Well, first a question. Was Isaiah reacting to any of the Davik's efforts to comfort him through this?
Very, very subtle reactions, but yes.
But so, still feeling just the hollowness of this, if you can call it a victory, doesn't feel like one. We'll kind of hang back with Theo and just, we did the right thing, right? That was a fight we couldn't win.
Well, we succeeded in getting the pieces. But I don't know when, but this isn't over. And we're gonna make him pay for everything. And I don't know when, and I don't know what we're bringing with us to do it, but no one should have to experience that at all, let alone twice. And whatever is within my power to make sure that we can take everything from him. No shred of his precious Barovia left, all of it gone, ruined, nothing left for him to lord over. I will do whatever I can to make sure that happens. And I don't know what the next steps are, but regardless of the Whispered One or whatever, that is my final goal.
And whenever that day comes, I'll be there to seal it in fire.
That camera zooms out.
It was... Oh, sorry.
Oh, go for it. Go for it.
It was wordless as these words finish. He's almost catatonic at what has happened. He doesn't even realize that he's teleported away into his room. But that's not what's important. The gun on his hip always manifests something new. Each time out of character, we level up. A new constellation. And each of the constellations have been seemingly random, all mechanically in a way, tied to the deck of many things. Not literally, but in spirit. So it's no shock that this man who has just experienced loss and emptiness on a vast level has now formed the Void constellation on his gun. And we will talk about whatever that is. But that's the one that's showing up this level.
That camera would zoom out. The somber scenes of everyone returning back to the keep. And that is where we will pick up next week. You try to make contact to see if Driz has any leads on the next piece of the Rod of 7 Parts. Bravo, you guys. Bravo.
Not at all how I picture that going.
Dude.
Dude.
Wow. Also, anybody ask
I
me
love
why
you,
Egrik
CB.
wasn't saying anything? Because I was prepping. I was ready to fight.
Thanks for letting me go real hard.
Yep. Boy, did you.
That was so good. Y'all did it.
Boy, did you.
All you had to say is touch the circle, guys, and we could have fought him. I was there. I was ready. I wanted to.
I was ready too.
I blame Ted.
I had a big old sunbeam waiting.
I spent the whole time calculating everything in that room, going, "All right, I could do this and then this and then this." And what do we
Chet-
got?
Words. My words are bad.
Well, it became
Mine are pretty bad too.
All the vampires weren't revealed, right? Like, no. So like, Davik is just seeing all of this, and he's just like, "Man, we cannot win this." Like,
it's bad. It's real bad. It was fun not going in knowing whether Kos was going to know or not. I rolled a 36. It was close. It was real close, but he was going to let it all hang out. And unfortunately, him actually letting it all hang out is what triggers his own demise and shifts the playing field.
We knew that Cass was... The only reason he appeared again with us or with Isaiah is that he had nowhere else to go. He had no more tips, really. So he was at the whim of Strahd the entire time, even though he's technically more powerful. In this moment, he wasn't. Yeah, and in the back of my mind, I've always been thinking turn one or the other, and then finish the other off in some way, shape, or form. But God, I gotta give you kudos. I can't see anyone else playing Strahd ever again.
Thank you. It is
Jesus.
It is an immense pleasure to get a chance to walk in the shoes of legendary creations that a lot of people have put time, effort, and love into. I won't lie, it's terrifying knowing that I have to do this for Vecna at some point in time after everybody else, but like, it is a welcome challenge.
I just love the little finger wiggles you give to your pretentious guys.
You do.
Every time.
It's the clapper for me.
It's the golden.
The clapper.
The clapper.
I was actually wild, dude.
You had to have something that
and Rancid.
Something that was absurd. So I was like, Strahd doesn't even give a fuck that he has this. He has everything. The only thing he cares in this conversation is making sure that he knows that his brother humiliates his brother, that he is better than him. Whether that's true or not, that is his only goal and motivation in all of it. Who cares? Vecna can end everything as long as he thinks he's better than his brother. That is all that matters to him. And even with the soulless, lifeless reincarnation of Tatiana, it doesn't matter. He's lying to himself. This whole world is that feud. It is everything. And so piece
Literally
by
the
piece,
beginning of Barovia. Yeah.
you
Or
get
at least Ravenloft Barovia.
that doesn't matter. But Koss oversteps his bounds, tries to take something that's not his, assumes an alliance that's not necessarily there. It will be interesting to find out the hierarchy of vampires when they find out that Strahd has imprisoned one. There are definitely dominoes that come with that, for sure.
When Isaiah's in a much better headspace, will probably be never a conversation with Sangora is needed.
It was
Definitely our
really.
siblings, given swirlies and Barovia.
I would have loved to have Sangora been there, but like Strahd was already so much. I was like, I don't want to have. I'm already having to have conversations with 2 big people. I don't need to drop a 3. I need to give you guys room to breathe.
Yeah.
So rude of you to put Egrik next to them. Are you kidding? Sitting on her hands right now, just staring at Davik, looking down at the table.
Counting to 12.
Dude, Davik counting? Holy shit. Dude.
I guess Davik just counts when he gets nervous. That's weird.
That's his thing, guy. He just likes numbers.
Honestly,
it
it's
was
funny.
a long shot, but I was just like, that's all Davik can
man.
think of. Like, just
You're like
maybe-
the guy in Inglourious Bastards that realizes that the Germans know first. Like, you're that guy in that conversation. Like, holy shit! How do I don't even know how to convey this.
Oh my god.
And the natural 20, Davik getting the natural 20 though to stop Isaiah. That is everything. That is so good.
Crazy.
Really, really good. Theo, I was about to grab the photo before you snagged it. I was just waiting to not interrupt the RP. So
Well,
like, I don't want to say anything because it's a bad time, Sam.
I know everybody was looking to stop Isaiah from shooting Strahd.
Oh, I was just gonna grab the picture.
I was gonna grab when he was going to shoot and like Kalthorr tries to jump in front and Davik goes to grab it. I was just gonna use telekinesis to grab the 2 rod pieces and let the shot go off. I know Isaiah wants it. I know Isaiah wants it, but we're gonna still win something out of this day. I was gonna snag the pieces and let the fight happen. So
Yeah,
you know, Davik stopping the fight was the right narrative call, I feel like. But no, I was ready to let the fight go down.
And it's time that like he gets to do that for Isaiah, who's been telling him like, you can't go into all these fights all the time. And I got to like, oh man,
it was a twofer. It was a moment from Davik and that mirror happening. I also was thinking about the training when
yeah, dude, that's
the only other time I caught your
but also this obviously again when he has brains to think about it will strengthen Isaiah and Kalthorr, because Kalthorr was the first one to try to stop him, who has been the first one typically to say F it, we ball. Yeah,
also those 2 huge intimidation checks. Strahd wants no part of this smoke if he doesn't have to, because that's not how he rolls. That like he wants to humiliate, but like, man, it's gonna ruin. Like he hasn't even got to dessert yet. Like he's just having those 2 successes. He's like, have them. Those are huge factors.
Screaming, crying, throwing up.
See invisibility played a lot of like, because it influenced a lot of what I did. Like just being able to know that we were surrounded.
Strahd loves your wolf. Big fan.
Yeah,
Big
why I was
fan.
like, let me use this nat 20 as an opportunity to get Snow back.
40 man's dying over here. I appreciate all those gifted subs. 40's like, I have to. He's currently in Curse of Strahd. I have to fight this.
Just do what we did.
Leave.
Savage, man.
Just leave.
Just
have
leave.
A better bargaining chip and leave. That's the way you win.
Threaten to kill him and everything he loves, and then leave.
Yeah.
That's how you gotta do. You got to kill some gods first, though. Make sure you point out you killed gods.
Yeah, get in on that killing gods that don't exist there for you in Barovia. Find them, kill them, and then leave.
I just want to thank Claire Obscure for coming out with this fire soundtrack just in time for. Because man, I was like, oh, I am so ready for dinner. This is like the perfect soundtrack for dinner.
Yeah, it was phenomenal
tonight, sir.
Good night, Sam. Hi, Sam.
Night, Sam.
Good night,
Hey, Sam.
You cooked tonight, sir.
Yeah, I can't even hold you. I'm angry inside, but I can't hold you.
From music to scenario to just everything, dude. That was
I was realizing and realizing that there's nothing that Isaiah could say. There's nothing he could offer. I was like, I have to shoot. There's nothing else, y'all. I have to shoot.
But we needed that scene of him holding the gun. We needed that. Yeah, Isaiah still needs that, even though he didn't get to pull the trigger. Still,
well, he did.
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He just missed.
Hey,
he's covered it.
So and then also the moment of levity when I was like, because you almost shot like 3 different times. That's when I was like, is this stuff normal?
This is good.
He knew it. Oh, he knew what to do. Oh,
folks, and that is what you get if you guys invest in your table.
I'm leveling up. I
don't tell me about this vampire stuff.
I don't get any of that if CB doesn't make and craft this tragic backstory and gives it to me and trusts me with it, and we all invest, and it's all pieces of the pie. That's what makes D&D what it is, and what we probably had 6 rolls. You can really you can scroll up, we didn't have all very important.
Oh my god!
This was a conversation, dude. The
whole
screaming, crying, throw it out.
Round table. Oh man, that was dope.
As much as I wanted to fight Strahd, this was the right. Kyle wanted to talk to Strahd and just walk away.
Yeah.
Kalthorr wanted to throw his hammer at his face multiple times.
Kalthor's gonna get his chance.
I know.
Having to prepare and do all these, man, there was a lot of work.
Save those notes, RoBear.
Oh, don't worry, it's all saved.
Put that in a file that says later.
So much more work in case combat immediately happens. But it's there. It's out there now.
Chat had it right. The dark powers are going to seem like a warm blanket once we're done with them. So.
Oh my gosh.
We're going to drag his ass out of Barovia, baby. You coming to our world now. We go.
Yeah, you ain't got nothing over here.
And I had it all queued up and ready to go. Oh, we were ready. We were ready.
12 vampires plus
Oh yeah, I pulled all that sweet battle music down for another day.
That would have sucked. It could have been 12 plus Strahd and Kaz if we really effed up.
I mean, all I wanted to do was be like, hey, yo, Strahd, what if we just fight Kaz for it in front of you as entertainment? We'll take pieces if we win.
Dude, I had that 60.
That was gonna be my thing, but
he would have enjoyed dinner in a show.
That's what I figured.
He would have enjoyed dinner in a show.
He was already pissed at Koss, so
So when I asked has Koss left the room, that was my idea. I was gonna offer to fight him for him.
He would have let you guys beat him up to near death and then been like, thank you for my beaten bargaining ship. Because that's what Strahd did need that as well. He probably doesn't still really comprehend because he's too arrogant how bad the threat is, but he's like, if it comes, here you go. I have what I need to be the empire of my hill of dirt.
How do I level up again?
What a perfect, what a perfect note to leave off on. This is where we will love you and leave you. Hug your pets. Love your loved ones.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next week.
Let's go, baby.
All right.
Bye.